Hey everyone, so today we're going to be making a tuna catnip cat treat. You're going to need 1 can of tuna in oil, drained, 1 cup of brown rice flour, 1 egg, and some catnip. Let's get started. Okay, so we're using brown rice flour for this recipe, organic, gluten-free. Let me start by saying we're not veterinarians. We make these treats for our cats. Do not feed your cats anything that you're not comfortable with without checking with your vet. So if your cat cannot have any of these ingredients, by all means, do not feed it to them. Okay. For the catnip, we're going to be using 1 tablespoon of catnip. So we're going to start out by adding our ingredients to our food processor to mix them together. You can mix it in a bowl with a fork if you want to do it that way, but we're going to use the food processor. Okay, if your mixture is a little dry, you want it to stick together. So if it's a little dry, you can add a little extra olive oil to it to help it bind together. And then mix it up. Add a little bit more oil to it. And then mix it again. Okay. Before I forget, I should have mentioned this earlier. Before you start mixing your ingredients together, make sure you preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So, now that we have our mixture to the consistency that we want, you take your dough and we're going to roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick. And we're going to use our roller that you may have seen before. It has adjustments on it. So we can set it to 1/4 inch. This way we don't go too thin or too thick. So let's roll this out. If it's a little sticky, you could dust it with a little bit of the rice flour. Okay. And then we're going to use our little heart-shaped cutter to cut out our treats to put on our cookie sheet, which is lined with parchment paper. So here we go. Okay, so now we have all our treats cut out. We had to re-roll our dough and roll it out a couple of times to get all the treats cut out. So now we're going to put it in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so after baking for about 12 minutes, we let our treats cool. And now we're going to get a couple of the cats and let them try it. Ready. Is that good? Brody seems the only one interested so far. Well, I'd say overall, this was not a complete success. Like I said, Brody was the only one, the most interested, I should say, out of the four of them. Not that he liked them a whole lot, apparently. Bailey's looking to get some crumbs. But I'd say this was not a complete success. That doesn't mean that your cats may not like these treats, but our cats were not too fond of them, so we will not be making these again for our guys. So we'll have to come up with something new to try with them. We'll come up with a new treat to try. Until then, remember, adopt, don't shop, support your local rescues, spay or neuter your pets, and always think positive. Till next time. So when the cats don't want to eat the cat treats, when all else fails, try the dogs.
I know what.
Abby, you got back up.
Sit. Stay. You are so focused.